Yo guys, what's happening? Lord Beardo. I am going to dive into this December 2016 balancing and update news. Hope you guys are excited about it. Typically I have themes to all my videos, and this one I'm going to do a little bit loose. We're going to get to some gameplay in a second. Now this is the December 2016 balancing and updating. There is great news for Town Hall 11s, which is good for me, good for all of us beardos who are jumping on and watching all the Town Hall 11 content, and some other great things as well. The Barbarian King and Barbarian Queen are now going to go from level 41 to 45 in Town Hall 11 only, and it's going to make them cheaper moving down. Great way, Supercell, to extend the distance for Town Hall 11, making it, there's a real reason to go to Town Hall 11. Town Hall 11 is so much more dominant than Town Hall 10, and it should be, and I think giving it 5 more hero levels each is just so perfect. It kind of stinks. I just got my queen to a 40 and my king is going to a 36 right now, but at least it gives us some more things to grind through and loot. And we guys know looting is one of my specialties. I got so many old loot videos going all the way back, Town Hall 8, Town Hall 9, Town Hall 10. So looting is something we're going to be able to do nice and cheap, and we'll figure out a good way to do it. New clan castle level 7, super important. You'll be able to hold 1 full spell or 2 dark elixir spells, which is awesome. This is awesome. This is going to open up the playing field for 11s to fight 11s. Right now it is a 2-star at best, unless you're really good with air raids and different things like that to get your 3-star in Town Hall 11. I don't think it should be as easy as mass bowlers, mass miners, what they were doing for a while, but I do think this is a good step in the right direction. Golems get another level. Hog Riders get another level. Poison Spell not only gets another level, but the radius is a lot bigger, making it a lot easier to use. Just such great stuff. The Witch gets a damage and hit point increase. Super cool. They're one of the most used troops for so many years, and they got tanked and they got nerfed two updates ago, 2 balance changes ago, and they tried to give them a little bit of a buff. Didn't really help at all. So this is going to be the rise back to fame of the Go Wee Wee, Go Wipe, all these fun things. The P.E.K.K.A. got a buff. The P.E.K.K.A. gets another buff in here with its attack speed, the quickness of its attack speed. Now its actual length and duration of its attacks don't change, just the attack speed changes, which is really cool. The length and duration does change, but it is the fact that the actual P.E.K.K.A.'s swing is faster. So the amount of time it takes to kill something is the same attacking strength till its death, but it's quicker. So the damage is the same, it's just spread out differently, which is awesome. It's a buff. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's a buff. So the balloons get buffed, the dragons get buffed, the P.E.K.K.A.s all get buffed. They're all gonna target faster. New wizard towers look super cool, and also 50 new max 11 or 12 level 12 walls for Town Hall 10, and you only get 50 of them. Sorry guys that I don't actually have any gameplay to show you of it. Obviously the moment I update it we'll have that, but we're not quite in the inside yet, so we're just gonna read through this and then we're gonna jump into some quick gameplay. Clan mail, this is awesome for co-leaders and leaders of clans. Now you only have to wait 30 minutes for the cooldown time, rather 1 hour for the cooldown time, not 12 hours. And new 15-minute and 30-minute friendly war challenges, which is super cool, and better builder suggestions. And guys, the most important thing is that there's going to be 3 new things, 3 new presents that we're going to open up. So let's go ahead and jump right into some action here. And we are going to be kicking it off here with Virus coming in at a pretty big loot raid. And I'm just going to kind of scroll through and just show through some of these different raids that Loot Nation has been locking down while we go over a bit more about this update. I just want to lay out my thoughts. Rarely do I get to really pour into like my full concepts and thoughts about an update. I thought the last update they did was a little too aggressive with the miner buff, and ultimately just destroyed fighting in Town Hall 11, and I don't know if they were setting us up to, like, you know, care about this new update even more and give us everything back and unroll these golems and unroll these new hogs, and they have all these different troops that they're gonna kind of showcase for us moving forward. And you know, they just made it so difficult for Town Hall 11. Maybe they were trying to scare people away from going to Town Hall 11 too quickly for just the warden, and there needed to be some kind of a lengthening system between Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11, and it took them a while to do that. They went ahead and did all new defenses with certain key defenses and things like that, but they didn't really get the offense down. It was like it was either too easy or it wasn't easy enough. And fighting Town Hall 10s, I feel like, is very fun as an 11, and I think that's a good model to work by when you go from one Town Hall to the next. You should be able to have fun going down and fighting a lower Town Hall. In my opinion, I think that's how it should work. I think a 10 should always crush a 9, and an 11 should always be able to crush a 10, unless, obviously, if the base is like super well put together. And I think there is a good balance right now with the 9 to 10, and I think they're getting it with the 10 to 11. Now, getting all of that disclaimer out of the way and just talking about the troops in general, I actually never upgraded to the next level of hogs. I didn't find a use for them. They didn't make fighting Town Hall 10s any easier, and they couldn't be useful in Town Hall 11. So the fact that I have 2 upgrades now to get to max hogs makes me think that they're probably going to be really useful moving forward in Town Hall 11, and I probably missed a boat a little bit on them, but I did get my hounds done. They come out tomorrow, so they didn't touch any of the air troops. They actually made the balloons even better, so I'm really excited and pumped to see how the air raids, and they made the dragons better, so I'm really excited to see what kind of air raids I can come up with and crush these ring style bases. I'm getting a little bored with the bowlers. I enjoyed that I had the bowler and miner option, but now that they've taken the miners away and it was just literally bowlers for the last however many months, horrible. It was only bowlers, and then every once in a while you'd get some air raids. I did get the dragons, the new dragons, and I was able to do a lot of 2-starring. You probably saw a bunch of videos here on the channel of me using the dragon raids, and I'll actually showcase another one. And you notice in this video, guys, I'm no longer in the Legends League. I got shoved directly out of the Legends League the moment I put my king down. I actually put my king down on the day it changed leagues, so I got knocked down to 5 grand, and then the moment you get rated and you're under 5,000, you're already starting out as a Legends 1 player, and then I lost a bunch of raids, getting used to fighting without my king, so I left my king down. I couldn't gem through. Now with all these new hero upgrades going to 45, I'm really going to have to grind that king, because now he's 9 away from maxing out instead of being 4, and my queen is no longer maxed out. And I'm unbelievably excited about this. One of the big things that I wanted to see in Clash of Clans was a brand new Town Hall 11 exclusive troop. Nothing to share with 10. I'm talking fully exclusive troop, and I get a lot of flack with this from Town Hall 10s because they're like, well, you already have the warden, and I get that we have the warden, and maybe I'm just taking it for granted because I've been fighting with 3 heroes for so long, but we need an exclusive Town Hall 11 troop. I really think that. I think it could be a combination of other troops that adds maybe 2 effects. One of the big things I love about the bowlers is that they're a mid-range troop, and for like 2 years in this game, I was crying for mid-range troops. I wanted something that accompanied well, and they ended up becoming like the mass bowler armies, and they sweep the nation. So they didn't become a support troop or a mid troop. They became a dominant troop, which is super cool because I really do love the bowlers, but I need a mid-range troop, something that is going to help out, like a musketeer. And I don't want to cross bridges between Royale and Clash of Clans, but a musketeer would be super cool, something stronger than an archer that's a little bit further away that can help out, shuffle along, maybe make them, very high in troop count, kind of like, the way a Valkyrie is high in troop count, even higher, and making them very powerful to help move along. So that would be like kind of one thing. And I have this whole, this entire whiteboard of ideas that I've kind of kept and thought to myself about Clash of Clans. And I've been playing this game for a while, and I've only really revealed or rolled out a couple of concepts that I think would really help out the game to a couple people. So who knows, maybe one day we'll roll out some concepts, do a top 5 or a top 10. But just to get back to this particular update, I love the heroes going up to 45. I love the new P.E.K.K.A.s. I love the fact that the balloons are going to be faster, the dragons are going to be faster. I think they should, and anybody who's been watching anything on this channel knows that I believe the dragons should have a whole entire graphics overload. They're outdated. They look like dragonflies. The baby dragon is bigger than him. They're not intimidating. They're not scary. They're slow. I just think they look so outplaced compared to how everything else in this game is like really cool, and the dragons are boring and everyone hates using dragons, and they just don't unless you're like love dragons, like you're wearing flame shirts and you got your own dragon rings on. You know, everybody knows somebody out there who loves dragons, right? But if the dragons were cool, if their animation was more, you know, where it's like moving from left to right and wiggling around, and their tails got movement and their bodies look different, like there needs to be something cooler about the I think they should be 2 or 3 times the size that they are. I think they should be massive. I think the dragons would be really cool if they were big. That's just my opinion. Go ahead and throw a like up if you believe the dragons need an overhaul. And for all you people that sneak on here and watch that got some pull and some leverage in the Clash community, let's go ahead and campaign for a better dragon. We're going along right here through these loot raids, and you're kind of seeing Loot Nation showcasing some good strong raids, some solid attacks. Some people might be like, oh, these are easy bases. This is 1 million in loot with 30 trophies, and I love seeing my crew make big pushes, make good loot, and really kind of stomp the competition. Super fun to see that. More update stuff. The witches. I'm so excited. I'm so incredibly excited for the witches. I can't even express how much I love the witches. When they took the ability for the skeletons to come up through the ground and stop activating the big bombs, that really upset me. I believe that the joy of the witch in using her was to exploit the bombs inside of the base. And when they took that ability away, I was like, man, that stunk. So then they buffed her health so she could at least survive through some of the bombs and attacks, but then they never actually gave her any more strength, or like it was like it took too much away from her. And they're playing this very cautiously with the witch, trying to hone her in perfectly, and I think this is going to be the update that does it. It'll be so cool to be able to walk in on a ring-style base with just witches and some crafty troops and crush a ring-style base. I don't think that every base type, there shouldn't be one base type that works. Kind of like Clash Royale. Clash Royale is set up where you use a specific deck, and another deck that counters it perfectly will beat you if the person knows what they're doing. So in this style of ring base, other than being able to have to use air attacks, because using air attacks is one of those like cherry on top kind of things, like, oh, you're a really good player and you can air raid, super cool. But for most people, that's not the case. They're either a boulder raider, they're learning miners, or they're good with hogs. Like, there are other styles of attacks that should work, and it's cool that they are bringing new hogs, and it's cool that they're revamping the air a bit. But it just needs to be more witches and P.E.K.K.A.s and golems and these massive troops. And it's so cool to see this update that's going to affect all these. And we have all these, you know, presents that are supposed to be revealed to us. These 3 presents that are supposed to come out over the next week. And that's going to open up like a lot of questions, I guess, as to like, what's it going to be? What's it going to look like? And I think they are going to roll out a new troop. I do think they're going to roll out a new troop, but I don't know. I mean, if they already gave us this big sneak peek about hero upgrades, like if heroes being upgraded, which has been the same exact number for so many years, wasn't one of the things they were holding back from us, it makes me think that there is something massive coming, and I'm really pumped about that. I really think that there's a new game type or a new troop or something groundbreaking, because like I said, the fact that they gave us 5 more levels of our heroes and new walls and like a whole new design, and they just kind of like, here you go. Oh, extra heroes. Oh, here. And an extra 5 upgrades to something that has been the same exact way since day one. Like, it's just crazy. And I just think that we're in store for a really fun update, man. I love this game. I love the progression of it. I'm such a believer in our clan and Loot Nation. We're looking for, strong war players, and we're moving forward, and we're starting to meet good people through YouTube, and we're met all these different people, and we got some new guys that have come in, but we still have our sturdy, strong crew in Loot Nation, and we're grinding down. We're about to get to our level 10 clan perks in the next, maybe month, and maybe 2 months at best. I would think maybe a month and a half. Brand new 2017, we should be at level 10 perks. And this new update is just going to bring so much life into our clan and so much life back into Clash of Clans. I would like to see some of these other big YouTubers getting excited about it, seeing what kind of content they lay out. And we got all the new update happening with we're going to have snow on the buildings, and we're going to have our Christmas trees. I think this is going to now be my 3rd Christmas tree. I think I started playing the game right after the Christmas update. 3 years ago, a little less than 3 years ago. So had I started a couple months early, I probably would have had 4 Christmas trees, but I don't. So I have, I'm like the kid who's too old for the grade, he should have been in a different grade. So I missed out on having an extra Christmas tree, and I haven't lost any steam for this game, guys. So if you're seeing a lot of content that's coming out for Royale, it's just because I'm so excited about both the games, and Royale has just been laying out all these new cards and all this new stuff and content, and Lady likes to jump on there, so maybe we'll figure out a way to get Lady involved with the Clash of Clans. Maybe she could sit in on a war, but I just think that the game is about to take such a good turn for themselves. Big, huge update. I would love to find out where the bulk of people inside the game actually sit town hall wise. I would love to know if we have more 10s than 9s or more 11s than anything, and be able to gauge where the bulk of people are. Now, this game has been out for so many years, so there's this huge array of players, and I would just like to know where they're at. And a lot of times people do have second accounts. I have a second account that I barely ever get on, but I'm thinking about jumping on that account, guys, making some Town Hall 8, pushing into Town Hall 9 coverage, and also pushing back up to the Legends. So if I missed anything about the updates, drop a comment in the bottom. Super cool to hang with you guys. I'm going to be doing a live stream this Sunday, so whoever's watching this video fresh off the press, note this Sunday I'm doing a live stream. I'll see you guys there. Peace out. Much love.